is APCW All-Pro Championship Wrestling. This is your host, Mr. Green, and you cannot have an APCW show without, at least according to them, Angel's Army. Tank Son Sims, Elrod Campbell, that's Mr. Campbell to you, and they are coming out the ringside. It's always a treat, I say with a wink and a nod, to have Angel and her army come into APCW ring. Angel has been the premier manager here in All Pro Championship Wrestling, and I'm sure that she is looking to reestablish herself and her dominance. And this may be one of those steps that she has to take, another rung in the ladder. I was getting some names wrong here.
He weighed in at 252 pounds.
Was it me, or did it sound like he got the initials of the promotion wrong too? It sounded like he said ACPW and then turned around and said Sean Simmons. So I think Sims had every right to be upset there. And normally I wouldn't back him up on that, but I guess, hey, being a ringer now, so you got to get the names right. And here it is, Sean Sims, Elrod Campbell, the Twin Towers, if you will, of Angel's Army. They are going to be stepping up and taking on two individuals who certainly are not going to be afraid of them and can very likely match them in the power department. We got the Bulldog, one of the more popular individuals here at APCW, stepping into ringside. He's going to be a smart man and not enter the ring without his partner on his side. Although, considering that he's walking ringside with a gigantic steel chain, that might be all the backup that he needs. And his fan base to back him up here. Angels on their pacing back and forth. They are like caged animals waiting for their prey to step in. I don't know what it is that Angel has said to her, but she's definitely got them wound up and ready to go. Dylan, the Bulldog, doing the smart thing, taking his time, making them wait. As he brings his partner out to enter the fray, to come in and stand side by side with him. And we got the strongman, Oliver Steele. I realize I'm ahead of the announcer, but I think the music gives it away, folks. Here he is, the strong man, Oliver Steele. This is going to be an all powerhouse match, folks. When the strong man steps into the ring, coincide with the Bulldog, James Dillon, against Elrod and Sean Sims. They're all four big, all four strong, all four powerful, and deceptively fast. So it is going to be quite the interesting matchup as we look at them in action in a few minutes as he kisses his good luck charm and perhaps mode of defense with that giant mallet. Usually very akin to people who want to test their strength in the carnivals. Bulldogs in the ring, followed by his partner. Of course, we have to let the delicate flower known as Angel out of the ring so that she does not get hurt. Because certainly she would never do anything that would put herself in harm's way or intervene in the match. Campbell, being the gentleman that he is, sets her down gingerly on the floor.
This thing weighs a lot, man, in the world.
Like I said earlier, that this is going to be potentially a stepping stone, a rung in the ladder for Angel, but the strong man and the Bulldog are looking to derail that. Angel, as always, as she's been constantly trying to make sure that the Army are positioned not just as a top, I use the term threat, but as a top contender for everything that APCW has, but she always wants to make sure that her guys are top contenders for the championships. I'd have to think that Sean Sims, Elrod Campbell, these two big, massive individuals would be fully in contention for the tag team titles, should they choose to go after them. Campbell has seemed as he's been pretty much happy with just destruction in the ring. Sims, he's illustrated that he's at least wanted the opportunity, and he's ever since he won that triple threat match some months ago, he got the chance to step in the ring with Damien Bennett, who is the then champion. Sean has illustrated and has not been shy about the fact that he would like a rematch. He would like the opportunity to get back in there and go for it and get the opportunity for the championship all over again. I'll be talking about it a lot later on. The championship, of course, is a big stepping stone in a lot of these guys' careers. It gives them some attention that they to some of the larger promotions out there. But as we got going on right now, we got a test of fan favoriteness. The Towers have cut that off. Sims and Elrod setting them both against the ropes. They both to go for a clothesline with duck underneath. Big right hands by both the Bulldog and the strong man. Now they've kind of worked them over into the corners. Shoot them out. Sims and Campbell are able to put on the brakes, stop themselves from running into each other, but they both got your right hand in lieu of crashing into each other. The referee has got to get some control here. I mean, I know it's a tag team match, but no one has been outside the ring as of yet. Campbell being sent crashing into Sims and followed up by the strong man, followed up by the Bulldog. They have been in complete control here. Campbell collapses. And Sean, who has been under the brunt of three massive bodies, collapses as well. And inadvertently caught Mr. Campbell a little south of the border. And again, the Bulldog and the strong man give the people here in the audience what they want. They're in control over the Army. You can see Angel, who is frustrated and angry right now. This is not the way that she had things planned. You can only imagine that she's out there trying to give us her charges some instruction on what they should be doing. The referee here is going to have to start to establish control. As fun as it was to see all four of these gentlemen in the ring at one time, it is still a sanctioned wrestling match by APCW. You need one man in, one man out on both sides. It looks like that is about to happen. The strong man is going to start for his side. Campbell, although it looks like he's hurting. Well, wait a minute. I was going to say he looks like he's hurting, but he was going to start, but he thought better and tag out to the tank, Sean Sims. Maybe Mr. Campbell needs a little bit more recuperation time to get himself together. And he did take a hit in a rather delicate portion of his anatomy. And there we go, folks. The match is officially now underway. He stepped out and he was in pain, but now he's stepping back in. It still looks like he's in pain, but He's trying to man it up. And man up is what he's going to do. He's going to stay in the ring. He tagged himself in officially. Campbell and the strong man. Going to lock this thing up. There's the collar elbow tie up by the strong man and Mr. Campbell. Side headlock applied. The L-Rod. Rod shot into the ropes. Like two Mack trucks, they come shoulder to shoulder against each other. Strong man flexing the muscles, but L-Rod showing, hey, I didn't go down either. He's saying that he's as big and he's as strong as the strong man. And a lot of trash. He said, I'd like to see you doing it. And he did. And whereas he didn't go down before, he went down then. The strongman came off and powered him down with a big shoulder block. Sending L-Rod Campbell. I guess that's the first demonstration of the strength of the strongman, the superior strength. He hoists up Campbell. Big body slam, tosses him down with authority. L-Rod going over to the comfort of his corner, makes the tag to Sean Sims. No, I think I just heard him say he grabbed my hair. It should be interesting because he has about as much hair as I do. It's a lockup by Sims. Forcing the strong man into the corner short of surprising strength, overpowering Oliver Steele. And he backs it off. And Sean just wanted to illustrate that, hey, I got some power too. He could have took a cheap shot there like he's prone to do, but he didn't. Sizing him up, as is Oliver Steele. There's a lockup, and this time it is Steele that is forcing Sims back into that very same corner. Sean gets himself between the ropes to make sure that there will be no chicanery, although I don't think that Oliver Steele would stoop that low. And now you look at Sean Sims, you see the mannerisms, his pantomime, say you pulled my hair. And again, ain't a lot of hair in that ring by any of the four individuals. Well, I should say about the five if you include the referee. Ain't a lot of hair there to be pulled. You know, we got a lot of shaved heads or very low haircuts, if nothing else, between the four of them. So I don't think that hair being pulled is an option. It's a wrestling by Oliver Steele. Knocks it down with the twist. Sean being cheered by his partner, but it's not doing a lot of good right now. There's a tag. Oliver Steele pressing double elbows, drop Sean Sims, and he is now at the mercy of the Bulldog, who comes in with a senton. He's going for the cover, but he is out before the one. Shows the resiliency of Sean Sims. These two individuals know each other quite well. Bulldog and Sean Sims, and I'm sure there's a headbutt, and there's always a little bit of uneasiness between the two of them. Double shoulder blocks between the strong man and the Bulldog. L-Rod again comes right in for the save. Strong man trying to get himself collected. Using a little bit more tactics there. Just a nice chop by Oliver Steele. Shoulder blocks into the abdomen. Snap there. Pulls him down. There's a tag. Bulldog comes in, turns off the ropes. Low clothesline. He nails Sims. But he did not go for the cover immediately. Here again. Now he was having some dog mannerisms there and using Sean Sims as the fire hydrant. You have to give them credit for their tag team continuity. Oh, there's a shot from the outside by the strong man, and that's being ping-ponged back and forth, drops it. As the Bulldog, I was going to give them praise to their tag team continuity. They have tagged in and out far more than Angel's Army, which I actually would have expected to have better tag team work, considering that they are a team and a unit more often than not. Big suplex by the Bulldog. have Bulldog immobilizing Elrod Campbell to make sure that he couldn't go away. As a strong man dropped the leg on the arm. And it seems that the arm is the part of the anatomy that the strong man wants. Drops the knee. There's the second one. You talk about the strategy there. Going to take away the strength of Elrod Campbell. I would have thought that this would have been very well the strategy from the Army. Whips that arm right there across the top rope. Elrod screaming about something over there. His forearm shot. There's another. Sims is trying to get in. And that brings in the Bulldog, but now the referee's going across the ring to put out the Bulldog. And there, it's a double suplex. Not as proficient as they would have liked it to be, but the impact was all the same. And the referee's asking, did he tag? I don't know what he's expecting them to say. Certainly they are never going to admit to that. But Sims is now, as far as the referee's concerned, the legal man in the ring. He's kicking the out of it. And Sean Sims is now making a reversal. Shoots the strongly off to a shoulder block. And we talked about the strength earlier. Earlier in the match, you saw that shoulder block being utilized by the strongman. This time it was the strength, the tank, Sean Sims, that drove the strongman down. Kick him in the back. Double leg drops right across the small of the back. And an elbow. The second one. Strongman now reaching out in desperation, trying to get his partner. His partner trying to come into the ring, but fortunately for him, Steele was able to get out. But I don't know how much gas the strongman's going to have if he's going to continue to take a beating like he's already began to take. Sims just tosses the strongman out to the floor, and now it is fair game for Elrod Campbell. Comes the Bulldog. Elrod's telling him he needs to back him up. This is where they begin to position the referee to their advantage. Elrod is now claiming that he was just trying to push him into the ring, even though we just saw him drive the strongman head first into the ring apron. He chucks him back in. There's a high five. Angel is happy. A dainty high five, but a high five nonetheless. There's forearm shots by the strongman, followed up by a right hand by Sims. Now exchanging shots. While in a compromising position, some might say. Neither one of them are on a full vertical base. They're not on their feet. They're fighting. And there's Sean. Sean is grabbing the referee. And again, I just said it. They were repositioning the ref. And that is exactly what Sean Sims did. He repositioned the ref. He felt himself losing and turned the referee away to where he couldn't see the tag. And he forces the Bulldog back out. As even though technically speaking he's the legal man, in the eyes of the referee, he's not legal. And now, whatever arguments that the Bulldog and the referee are having, they certainly were not doing the strongman any favors. And Sean Sims is just tossing him around. Strongman is trying to fight back. He's fighting from underneath, but a big series of forearm shots. Just drove the strongman down. He was in his corner. He was inches away from being able to make a tag, but those inches may as well have been several miles as long as Sean Sims was in control. Elrod now picking up the strongman, shoots him into the ropes. No! And there's that spine buster that Campbell is known for. The Bulldog couldn't take it. He came in there to make sure he got the save, broke up that pinfall. There's a tag by Sean Sims and Elrod Campbell. Albeit behind the referee's back. They had a tag. And a big slap by Sims. I don't know if that worked in his advantage or did it fire up the strawman. He was firing some shots back there for a second, and now it's forearm shots. The strawman's doing what he can to defeat him back. And he's literally fighting him, forcing him back across the ring with those forearm shots. This might be the opportunity that he needs. And in the ropes goes Sean Sims, the double clothesline by Sims and the strongman. Oliver Steele is down. Sims looks like he's got the wits knocked out of him. But will he have enough to be able to get to his partner? You can hear the fans of the Bulldog. Sims dives over, makes that tag. And strongman makes the tag, and here comes the Bulldog. Two headbutts drives both of the members of Angel's Army's down. The right hand. And Elrod is literally staggered into the ropes. And Bulldogs taking on the both, charging on both ends. Cannonball on one side on Elrod. Will he save a second cannonball for Sean Sims? Yes, he does. I know the Bulldog is just cleaning up right now. He knows that this is a desperate situation for his team, and he has got to be the man to hold this thing together while the strongman gets himself back together. Oliver Steele is trying to come in and back up his partner, but he may be coming in a little bit too soon. He is not rested up fully. It's a reversal by Elrod and Sims, and they have just used the Bulldog pretty much as a batter ram and nailed the strongman. And both of them are in. Impact DDT by both members. Elrod and Sims have just planted the strongman. 2, 3. And I think the referee may have gotten himself a little bit confused with strongman coming into the ring. I'm not sure that he was the legal man, but in APCW, the referee's decision is final. And they are taking it out on Oliver Steele. The Bulldog's going to have some legitimate complaint here. I do believe that he was the legal man. But Angel, as stated in the beginning, and Sean's out there antagonizing people in the crowd, but as stated in the beginning, she is always looking to keep her guys in rotation of being the top guys of this promotion. This win is going to go a long way to keep them in that slot. Angel is pleased with the work of her two massive enforcers. Elrod Campbell, Sean Sims, Angel's Army. They walk away victorious at the expense of Oliver Steele, the strongman, and the Bulldog. Enjoy the rain of boos, music to their ears. The crowd is giving them applause for the effort, for the work done, for the attempt. I guess it could go down that there was a little bit of a miscommunication between the referee and who he believed to be the legal man. The Bulldogs telling him, hey, look, it's all right, we'll get by. I'm sure the strong man feels horrible about being the one to take the loss, and especially when he wasn't the legal man. But they will live to fight another day. What we have here, folks, is a special attraction match. Some of you may be aware that micro wrestlers have traveled the country, and APCW has made it a point to bring that talent into here, into the promotion for one night as a special treat for the APCW crowd. flexing the muscles. He's showing some real athleticism and agility there. There he is. I mean, good grief. More ripped than a lot of people that I know. We got a little Papa Pump here. Okay, now he's going after the referee. And for those who might be comparing this match to what was listed on the poster, there has been some change that is going on here. It went from, you're getting an additional bonus here. What was originally scheduled to be a special attraction 3-way micro match, we now have a special attraction 4-way micro match. Kevin Cash running in the ring. I've seen Cash. I mean, just by the demeanor, I don't think that he's really overly concerned with a lot of the fan base that have come to see this match. From backstage to in the ring, he's looked all business. I'm not sure what the ring announcer's doing there. He's running away. He may have a fear of little people. I forget what the actual term for that is, but it is a legitimate thing. Mad Max in the ring as well. We got one more participant to round it out for this 4-corner special attraction match. Again, this is awesome, champ, before the match even starts. Here we go. No longer say that you've never seen a leprechaun live in your life. Little McGregor, I believe he said. Come now. And this is awesome. Again, they're doing this before the bell even rung.
Hey, man.
So we got referee Reese, veteran ref. So Kevin Odette, I guess he was getting a little bit too close to him. McGregor's lifting up his kilt.
You didn't just look under his kilt, did you? I think he did.
That shows some strength right there. He's hovering on the top rope. And now he's patting down the ref. Well, there you go. I guess that's the logic behind that. You check me, I check you. And Nex is having none of it. He doesn't want to be checked.
Oh, man, he's the referee. You got to check. You make sure you don't have any weapons. Weapons. Make sure you ain't got no weapons.
Assuming a position for a search.
It is yours. He found it on you.
No, that's not mine. No, that's not mine. They don't have my name on it.
It's a shame.
That's not shame.
Well, what is it?
It's a screwdriver.
It's a shame.
Screwdriver.
Shame.
Screwdriver.
Shame.
Screwdriver.
Shame.
Shame.
Screwdriver.
Oh yeah.
It's a shame.
That's not shame. It's a shame.
No.
What are you doing?
All right.
He's full of weapons.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, it's his side.
Came in with full weapons. And thank you for tuning in to Live Action Looney Tunes, folks. Mex is going to kill you, Chance. Now let's make this clear that APCW does not endorse in any stretch of the imagination murder. The bell is rung, and now we got the match going on, so let's get this thing back into a serious mode. The cartoon segment of this has ended, and we've got a serious match happening here. Cash, he's beating down his opponent in the corner. Mex is getting back up and looks. He's almost relaxing as he was choking him out with his foot. Now within this ring, I think Mex is going to probably exist as one of the larger, if not the largest, of the four. Now, whether that gives him an advantage or not, I'm not entirely sure, but he came in with a kind of a stalled drop kick in the corner, right there in the abdomen. Kind of yelling out at the crowd. And somebody who's been tossed out to the floor. Cash and Mex looks like they are planning on a little bit of a double team, but Gregor here has changed that perception with the double drop kick and sent them both down. I think it's safe to say who the fans are behind in this particular match, and it's those two gentlemen right there. Catering to the crowd right now, the whims of the audience, getting some applause. Cash and Mex standing on the outside, just kind of waiting this thing out. Meanwhile, we got I guess the guy that I referred to as little Papa Pump, Little McGregor, the two littles. Enjoying the adulation of the crowd. Cash and Mex decided against that. Cash sends him into the turnbuckle, charges in with a flying hip attack. Mex on the other side, choking out his opponent. Well, actually, he's got an iron claw wrapped right around the head and the temple. Just tried a headbutt, but apparently Burger's head was a little bit harder than anticipated. Ropes. Comes up. Monkey flip out of the corner. Face buzzed right into the second turnbuckle. Mex goes down. It's going to be hard to keep the action in play as they've got four individuals back and forth interchanging with each other. And we will do our best. Reversal by Cash. Drop kick and a nice one. Right there on the, looks like the shoulder. That sent him down as he was trying to kind of full steam ahead into it. And now up to the floor he goes. And will Cash come in to, I'm not sure what he just did. It looked like he was doing a purple nurple. And he was showing the referee as Cash rolls him up. Mex got out of that. We got to remember, as much as they might have the same philosophy in the ring, it is still every man for himself. Right hands being changed by the two, Mex and Cash. Again, Mex being the larger of the individuals in this ring, so that little exchange, it probably seemed to have been in his favor, and it did. But Cash got the better of him out to the floor, and now Dive to the ropes, crossbody sends down all three opponents. Referee Reese coming out to the floor, check, make sure everybody's okay. And this professional wrestling, folks, is not easy, but certainly we don't want anybody to have excessive body wounds. It's a 2 count in the ring. Or at least most of the wrestlers do not want to inflict excessive body wounds. I'm sure some others would disagree with me. Short strength by Cash in the ring. Where's he going? He's going to the top floor. Third turnbuckle. Can he make that dive? I mean, that looks like it's a fair amount of distance for him. Elbow drop, and I didn't give him the credit that he deserved, but he got pulled off his opponent. We got our mini muscle in the ring. He shoots Cash into the other side. Charges in with a forearm shot. Next, get back into the ring. That was a modified bulldog there from Cash. Looks like he might have caught a little bit of the knee as well. Cash doing the smart thing, trying to roll out of the ring, but there he is. I don't know if you can see it, but he got his arm on the ropes. Pulled the count. He couldn't escape, but he got close enough to the borderline that he could get away. Meanwhile, we got our Mini McGregor here. He's being taken on by Mex, and Mex gives last rites before dropping the bomb. And that's the second time we've seen that tonight. Somebody caught it low. Cash, back suplex, but Mex gets the right shoulder up and saves himself from the pin. Whatever comedy that you saw at the beginning of this match has all gone out the window, folks. These 4 guys are looking to win the match. Who's that? Oh yeah, that's my mini muscle. Got him, and he's going around on everybody. 619. He catches the second one. I mean, I don't know what his area code is, so I can't really call it 619, but you get the point. He comes around on Mex. He has nailed all 3. This could do it for him. 2. Again, Cash charges in last second, saves it. The fall prevents the win. Keeps himself alive. He didn't do that for any favors to Mex. He did that to keep himself alive in this match. Now Cash looked like I thought he might be going for a double coconuts. Not quite. Now he's calling over Mex. What happened here is he shook them both off into the ropes. They both duck underneath Cash and Mex. Clothesline and a shot in the abdomen. Sends both Mex and Cash down. Pump is a little bit upset. He's calling for Douglasville to get into this thing. And they are. In the corner, McGregor pulling Mex out of his corner. And we got a crotch chop as he comes in for a Bronco Buster in the corner. And if I am judging Cash's demeanor so far, I'm sure that he did not like that. But and just when I said that the antics had come to an end, Cash was turned into a pony ride briefly. Oh, and he made him pay for that. Super kick right across the jaw. Pump got that shoulder up. Cash is not happy. He's jawing with the referee, giving him lip, pushing him. Next goes for a couple. Cash in for the save. He said pretty much he got this thing under control, and to look at the ring. I guess he does. He's the last man standing. He's just shoving and kicking everybody. X isn't hearing it. He's got some right hands, and he turns Cash around, sends him apparently from one side of the ring to the other. A little side shuffle there, a little juke and jive, right hand, knocks him down, and now he's moving on to his next victim. Takes a kick into the thigh, maybe a little bit higher, to the ropes. Big boot, or maybe a big sneaker. One, too close to the ropes, too close. Is up, goes over there towards McGregor. Oh! Good shot. We got people here chanting for blood. Come on, folks. Let's not have them brutalize each other that bad. And these chops are sounding off in the Airway Christian Academy gym. Trying to sneak a pin. Neither Cash nor Mix was going to allow that to happen. Cash caught all of that. I'm not even sure if he knows where he is or what he's doing. Following that next, calling for a top rope maneuver, perhaps. He's saying it again. I don't think he's hesitating a bit much here. Doesn't look very comfortable on the top rope. I don't know why. He couldn't find his footing, and it took so long that he got Cash, who came over there and basically knocked him off. At least knocked him into a seated position. Now everybody's going over to the corner. This has been commonly referred to as a Tower of Doom. I don't know if McGregor's going to be able to pull this off here, but he did. He put and he's going for a double cover. He's just going from one to the next now. That seemed a little weird there. I mean, Mex was wailing his arms around, but it looked like he might have got the pin. I don't know if Reese caught it. Maybe he saw something I didn't. Just utilize the thumb in the eye to gain the advantage here. Hoists him up. We got a big show of strength going on. The outside of the ring, we got this happening. Cash and who I like to refer to as Mini Muscle. He's going a roll through by McGregor. And they were too far away from the ring to do anything about it. Got his victory dance going on there. Dancing the jig. And I guess you have to know that, somebody's got to win and somebody has to lose. It looks like it's going to be all good here. They are trying to stick together. Hey, look, there's no hard feelings. It was competition. It was just a match. Some of them travel with each other and they do shows together. I'm sure he was looking at, get a victory here at APCW. This is a whole different crowd. First time they've been here. And I'm sure it meant a lot. Cash is not happy. Cash does not want any part of this. I think he was expecting to pull off that win, and he did a great job in there. Now they're all trying to get him to, come on, just shake the hand, shake his hand. There you go. not taking it personal. He ain't happy about it, but he knows what this is. It's all competition.
It's very rare you ever get to see this, and it's very rare you ever get to do it. But you know there ain't but one person really to ever have their picture taken with 4 more midgets at one time, and that was Snow White, and that's a fairy tale. But hey, this is real life.
Hey, how about a WWE Hall of Famer? Can I get a picture with y'all?
Well, there we go. Robert Gibson, WWE Hall of Famer, is going to be the first one in line. Look at it. They're giving him praise. Probably as they should.
Y'all can't beat it with 4 more midgets.
That's right. Line up here, guys. $5 per picture. Use your camera. Robert Gibson's going to be the first in line to get this. This will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So come on up here, guys, and line up. Get your pictures taken.
Here it is, folks. We have moved on to one of the. This were not underneath. If there were not a championship match later, I would easily say that this would be a main event caliber match. And it still remains a main event caliber match. J.R. Reynolds, former APCW heavyweight champion, is here, and he does, as arrogant as he is, he never does not deliver. Before I give up the match again, let's let him speak. Reynolds has made his opinions very clear about what he wants and what he's trying to do. He is trying to get back in the title hunt. He wants to regain APCW Heavyweight Championship, and he doesn't care which one of the individuals at the end of the night is holding it, whether that be Darkmon or whether that be Damien Bennett. He's got history with Bennett. He's never been in the ring with Darkmon that I'm aware of, but Reynolds is a tough customer. But get into the match at hand. I was saying, oh my God, hey. I was saying that this is very likely main event caliber stuff. You got the prodigy, Jordan Kingsley, a super talented individual. But J.R. Reynolds, as arrogant as he is, I cannot say that he is any less talented a man. He is, man, he is clearly motivated for a victory here tonight. He does not want to walk away here to lose. He wants to get his spot back as a top contender, and it looks like he is going to go through Jordan Kingsley to do it. Got a lot of people that's giving him flack on the outside of the ring. Reynolds not posing. He's left Kingsley alone long enough to come out over the top rope. Cartwheel into a backflip and flipped right over the top to the floor. I find myself saying it quite often. How good is Jordan Kingsley? Suplex on the floor by J.R. Reynolds. But then again, how good is J.R. Reynolds? I hate to boost up his ego any more than what it already is, but as an announcer, you have to call a spade and say that he is good. There was a time when I said that the matches that he had against Damien Bennett, I would put up against any match across the country as a main event. And I stand by that. But Reynolds is really illustrating a vicious streak here that I have not seen him do up to this point. Just ran Kingsley face first into the top turnbuckle, now dropping knees right across the throat. The referee's trying to get in there and make sure he makes the break. Look at him. Is he cleaning his shoe? Oh my goodness. I think Kingsley appreciates that, but Reynolds is certainly snapped there and just drove it for him right to the small back. I say Reynolds is definitely on his game.
Let's go, Jordan! Let's go, Jordan!
He's calling for these people to get behind Jordan. I don't know if they're really wanting to do that right now. There's some shots by Jordan to get a little bit of a break from Reynolds, but one stiff elbow shot has done it. He's dragging him on the ropes. I was a little bit concerned, or not concerned, but curious as how he would fare against a Darkmon. We've already seen him against Damien Bennett. And like I said, those two have had stellar matches against each other. But given this vicious streak that Reynolds has developed, big jawbreaker by Kingsley, give himself a break. But given this vicious streak that Reynolds has developed, could he in fact be a challenger that Darkmon could respect, so to speak? Time will tell. Whether it's Bennett or whether it's Darkmon, I think J.R. Reynolds, if he gets that shot, definitely will provide exceptional competition. But right now, he's got to think about the here and now. Oh my God, look at that. Easily catches Jordan coming off the second rope, catches him in an exploder and tosses him halfway across the ring, goes back for a cover. No, it's going for a choke. Blatant choke right in front of the referee. Again, now he's going for a blatant choke using his shin. He's able to come out of it. Reynolds has been in control of this match. I was going to say from the opening bell, but actually he was in control of this match since before the opening bell. Kingsley's trying to find some next gear to get back in this thing. And Reynolds is really just playing it straight, just walking around with him. Shoots him across the ring, fall away slam, and Reynolds is just making this thing look easy. He flexes his biceps, showing that I got the power here, charges into a clothesline, and looks like Kingsley might be just more agitated than what he was, and that might be enough. That might be the thing that gets him back into it. Kingsley springboards out. It looks like he's going to the top rope. Big high cross body from the top rope. Goes for the cover. There's a kick out by Reynolds. Kingsley trying to get the fans behind him. And this is maybe the biggest bit of control that he had, but that was just cut off by how good was Kingsley. Reynolds right there. He picked him out, but Kingsley fires back, catches him with a back suplex. trying to, again, exert some momentum on the side. Thus far, J.R. Reynolds has been able to shut down every bit of momentum that Kingsley has produced. Oh! An escape. And then nail him right across the head with a big enziguri kick. It's been nothing short of domination by J.R. Reynolds. Every time Kingsley has managed to get some sort of a flurry of offense, Reynolds finds a way to shut him down. Kingsley gets Reynolds off, shoots him from the second rope. Kingsley is he's a high flyer. Reynolds charges in, turns it into a superplex, rolls it through, going for another one. Somehow Kingsley got out of it in a Pele kick. Referee got to come across the ring to get that cover. Maybe if it was a little bit closer, he could have got a better count. And he got a side kick on him. 2. Reynolds able to get it out again. To no fault of Kingsley's own. I mean, he got a beautiful, brilliant move. But the referee was not positioned right for him to get a quicker count. Arm shot by Reynolds. The fans, the crowd here chanting for Jordan. That's kind of by Reynolds. Headbutt, but he just got caught. Speaking of Pele kicks, you just saw his version of that. Reynolds came down and kicked Jordan in the face. Underneath clothesline, springboard to cutter from Jordan Kingsley. He's trying to get the crowd back on his side, motivate them to get back into this matchup. Kingsley feeds off of this. But I have to make it clear, I have to point out that he does not want to give somebody the caliber of J.R. Reynolds that kind of time to recuperate. In the ropes. The springboard again. Second one, and he just got with a rear waist lock, and it turned into a German suplex with a full rotation, landing him on his belly. And now here comes another German suplex. This time, all impact on the back. As much as he was getting some momentum again, here comes Reynolds to cut it back off with a waist lock. This time, Jordan flips out of it. Amazingly, he's able to save himself shotgun drop kick. He just put Reynolds into the corner, something serious. Now trying to get behind Jordan, but Jordan took some big moves. I can only think that it's the adrenaline that's running through his veins that is keeping him going in this matchup. And a big knee. I mean, he used Jordan's own momentum against him, came out of that corner with that flying knee, but it wasn't enough. It was not enough.
Reynolds. 2 minutes remaining in the match. 2 minutes.
Reynolds rolls out of the ring. Where's he going for a chair for? I think he's just a little bit too frustrated here because a chair and the blatant use of a chair is certainly not going to give him anything. But I just noticed that he just pulled his knee pads down. And he's parading around with it right in front of the referee. I mean, he cannot possibly think that this is going to get him a win. The referee just took the chair away from him. Super kick by Kingsley. And again, just a little bit off to the side as he was dealing with the chair. That 1 second might have made the difference. Reynolds got the left shoulder up. It was a great kick. It was a great move that Kingsley got there. The prodigy was not hard enough. He did not have enough in him to keep Reynolds down.
1 minute remains in the match. 1 minute.
And Announcer's giving the time. He said there's 1 minute left of the match. Kingsley's trying to pull this thing back around. On a waist lock. But he could not hold him up. Looks like he might have been going for a gut wrench. That was, did not have the steam, didn't have the strength, and maybe his back just gave out on him. There's Reynolds. And speaking of his back, now his back, his head, his spine, he suplexed him right into the turnbuckle and probably caught a little bit of his head on the mat. Hopefully he's going over to make sure that he's all right. Reynolds out on the, he's laid out, he's sprawled out.
10 seconds remaining in the match. 10 seconds.
Got him calling for us. 10 seconds remaining. Nobody can get this inside of 10 seconds. It is too. Yep. A bit too close.
Time expired. The 15-minute time limit has expired. This match is a draw.
The time limit has expired here. It doesn't sound like the fans are very happy about it. And I can see Jordan, you can tell by his body language, he's asking for 5 more minutes.
What do you think, guys? You got 5 more minutes.
He's calling for 5 more. Reynolds is saying no. Fans are calling for it. The bell just rang. The referee is granting it to him. He said 5 more minutes. Reynolds is saying he won 5. Okay, apparently not. He just slid right out of the ring. Now Reynolds is like, no. And maybe he just baited him in. He charged out to him. He didn't leave ringside. He used the ring apron to catch him on a sliding drop kick. Caught him and just beat him relentlessly. And now Kingsley, what recuperative powers that Jordan Kingsley had to avoid a low clothesline, a sweep of the legs, and it flipped out right over top like a standing moonsault and dropped J.R. Reynolds out there on the floor. So when it looked like J.R. Reynolds was going to walk away from this 5-minute extension, he may well just be in it now. Kingsley tried to shoot him off into the ropes. Reynolds caught himself, jumped up on the ring steps, ran across, but got caught and flipped his leg down and basically came down on his head on the apron. Now tossed into the ring. And this time, after all this time, Kingsley is now in control. And he looks to be in firm control. This might be what he was looking for. And maybe he had to deal with the punishment. Maybe he had to get through the pain and the time and wear him out. Oh! And Reynolds just caught him from the top rope. And he smashed it with the knee, but it was too close. Too close to the ropes. And now Reynolds is pissed. He's pissed. Kingsley somehow got his foot across the ropes and broke the count. We got some fans out here that are using some non-too-pleasant terms towards these wrestlers, or at least one of them. Forearm shots being exchanged between J.R. Reynolds and Jordan Kingsley. There's a kick in the guts. There's a knee lift, which sends J.R. Reynolds back into the ropes. And both of these men have just got caught as he came in with a clothesline, sending both Reynolds and Kingsley to the floor. Now both Kingsley and Reynolds down on the floor. I would imagine that we're down to 2 or 3 minutes left in the time extension. And one of them be able to nail a big move, and it's up to a count of 7. I just heard by the referee. It says 8. It's 9. Both of them back in. Just under the 10 count. Okay, I said 2 or 3 minutes, and it's just been officially saying that it's 2 minutes left. It's a turnaround out of another cutter. He drops him. And somehow J.R. Reynolds is able to get that shoulder off the mat despite Jordan Kingsley's best efforts. The time is ticking down. J.R. Reynolds is struggling to stay in this thing, and Kingsley is looking to do whatever he can and score this 3 count. I would think that both men would think that they have to get a 3 count. Kingsley is still trying to double clothesline by both men. Kingsley is still trying to establish himself as a top guy. Not just in APCW, but just on the wrestling scene in general. And J.R. Reynolds has made it clear when he got here, he does not want anything less than the APCW Championship. And he can't claim that unless he goes through this match first. How can he say he's the #1 contender if he cannot defeat Jordan Kingsley? Now we got Reynolds. He's saying it's all over. I don't know what he's intending on doing here. But he's taking a lot of time to do it. There's a Uranagi slam. And he plants it. He planted Reynolds. You can see it drove the air out of his lungs. He is really, really trying to get himself together. And Kingsley's back. It's hurting him. Reynolds is trying his best to roll away. You cannot fault Reynolds for his veteran wiles of trying to get away from the man. And the bell rings just as the first count comes down.
The 5-minute overtime has ended. This match is officially
5-minute overtime. The 5-minute extension has ended, as you just heard by the announcer. Now Reynolds is doing what he can to get out of this. They're saying, you got a segment of the audience saying that Reynolds sucks. I mean, you may not like the man, but you have to give him some kind of credit that he hung in there. But more so than that, you got to give that young man credit right there, Jordan Kingsley. He really hung in there. Despite the pain, despite the blues and agony that Reynolds put on him, he stuck it out. It wasn't a win, but it wasn't a loss. Now up to championship time. We've got 2 of them left. APCW Tag Team Championships, which we got right now, and of course the main event, the APCW Heavyweight title. But as we go right now, it is the Tag Team Championships featuring the challengers, the Old School Express. Of course, challenging our reigning champions, Carolina Fight Club. It's going to be interesting. They're taking their time getting into the ring. You have to say that the challengers have really opened the champions have really opened the book on who they have taken. They've pretty much told Robert Gibson, Teddy Long, and APCW management that whatever team you choose to bring in are the teams that we will take on. Here's the next one. much antagonizing the audience, antagonizing the crowd here. Now it's time for the champions to make their entrance. Here they are, the Carolina Fight Club. Jeff Lewis Neal and Eric Adams, APCW Tag Team Champions, and how they have grown into being the champions.
They are the reigning and defending APCW Tag Team Champions, Eric Adams and Jeff Steele, the Carolina Fight Club.
APCW, given that this is a promotion that's been founded by one half of one of the greatest tag teams of all time, is taking their tag team division very seriously. And the people that have come in and pretty much been the centerpiece of APCW's tag team division. 13th floor, who are the first ever tag team champions here. The Dirty Blondes, who have somewhat moved on to what you would consider bigger and better things. As they have made their tour around the country and been on national television at this point. But of the teams, and there's a few others, but of the teams that have been in APCW, the Carolina Fight Club, I think it's safe to say at this point, have been the most dominant tag team that APCW has had in its history so far. They are pushing on almost a full year as the tag team champions, about a month away. You hear that, the fans believe in us. They say the Fight Club's going to kill you. The referee, Brian Brock, is bringing the... Okay, I'm sorry. The crowd got me there. Old Man Express. That is terrible. That's terrible. Okay. Okay. Normally the chants of the crowd don't tickle me like that, but that one legit got me. So all right, so and I don't want to be insulting the Old School Express. That is the actual name, the Old School Express. Rollins and Gunner, the Old School Express. And we're going to start off with Gunner taking on Jeff Lewis Neal. Similar traits between the two of them. These two guys who work out excessively, very muscular frames, shake hands. Again, kind of like what I said earlier, ain't a lot of hair in that ring to be pulling. So I think that'll be one element of the match that gets kind of negated. Gunner goes behind him, get the camera lock. You hear Adams saying, "Come on, Jeff." Control of it. There's a stiff elbow shot to Jeff Lewis Neal. Gunner broke it up. What he couldn't accomplish by going in a wrestling exchange, he accomplished with a quick, heavy shot to the head. Okay, the microphone's just caught that and say, okay, now we know how they're going to play. Wrist lock applied, turns into, oh, he got driven into the corner. Got Rollins, it's chop. Now the referee sends Eric Adams back. I don't know. Gunner's just nailed this part. A good move by Jeff Lewis Neal. And a drop kick puts Gunner down. Arm drag. Let's take him over. I was going to say that the referee was kind of pushing Adams out, I thought, a little bit unfairly when the Old School Express was clearly double teamed on the opposite side. But ultimately, that didn't make any difference because they managed to get out of it. Adams is now controlling the rest of Gunner. Gunner has not opted to make a tag as of yet. He's probably about due. That's reversal on Adams. This wrestling move, that's counter, turns to an arm drag, slips to the match, and bars out the arm.
Technical piranha! Ask it!
He's telling Masker.
Break it!
I don't think they've come this far into this promotion just to give up this early. Leg drop right across the massive bicep of Gunner. There's another tag. Surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, the Carolina Fight Club's tag team continuity is being placed very well. Old School Express, however, I'm somewhat shocked as a duck through by Gunner and he slides out of the ring. When Adams caught him. Gunner went to the wrong side of town. Now he gets right back into the ring and he is caught with a hip toss. To the ropes. Make sure that he is someplace where Lewis cannot get a hold of him. At least not legally. He was in his corner talking to his partner. And still, he is not tagged out. I mean, this is a mistake. Far be it from me to criticize anybody's strategies inside the ring, but Gunner has not tagged his partner yet. Finally, makes a tag out. Rollins is in. It's a reversal. A hip toss. Sends it down to the mat. There's an arm drag. Jeff Lewis Neal and his opponent. It doesn't look like he's going to relent anytime soon on that clutching armbar that he's got. Saying, how about it? Looks like the tag team champions are remaining in control right now. They're certainly not losing any ground against the Old School Express. There's a tag. Eric Adams, the Puerto Rican Lion, has now entered the ring. He called it, says gold. Caught him in the arm. And that made the forearm shots right there across the biceps. Rollins, that may be the thing. Just work on the arms. There's a blatant rig of the eye. Puts Adams in trouble. There's a couple of punches there by Gunner. Both of these men just got caught with some shoulder blocks there and put themselves down. Trying to score a quick pin there, trying to force Adams over onto his shoulders, but Adams, smart enough, knows not to go for that. The tag team usage between the two, if I was scoring on points, the Fight Club definitely would be in the lead here as far as tag team continuity. Jeff Lewis Neal, not a legal man, following that flapjack, comes down with a knee lift, a knee drop. Across the shoulder blades. Gunner. Reversal. Jeff Lewis Neal is able to kick him in the ass. shot. The second one. To the ropes. Just caught. Look at the power of Jeff Lewis Neal. Tried to kick him in the abdomen, but Gunner came in and he kind of cross-bited him. Jeff Lewis Neal went with it and essentially just overpowered that situation, threw him down. He saw it coming, but he did not have eyes in the back of his head. And Gunner put Jeff Lewis Neal down to the mat. Now, the other half of the Old School Express in the ring, into the ropes. They clothesline, and Jeff Lewis Neal is down. He's cracking down, and you got people somewhat criticizing perhaps the look. Mr. Rollins here. Adams out there calling out to him. Come on, Jeff. It's part of what tag team wrestling is. You got to be rooting for your partner. You got to help will them on. It's Irate with the soul boots. It's going to be the first example of the Old School Express really exerting some authority. Elbow shot right into the ropes. Shots, shoulder blocks into the stomach, abdomen. Nice backdrop. Jeff Lewis Neal. Gunner looks like he is a little bit worse for wear across the ring there. And he's trying to get over to his partner. And he makes the tag as he's very close. Smart move by Gunner. Rolls over, grabs the ankle to make sure his opponent cannot get into his corner. It would not be a popular move, but it was a smart move. And here we may have a suplex. Yes, indeed. Jeff Lewis Neal is dropped on his back, and there's a kick out. Chin lock applied. Jeff Lewis Neal is in bad shape right now, although I think the chin lock is not as sturdy as it could be, and it's probably evident by the fact that he's released it. As soon as the referee is out of sight, the Old School Express swap members. The referee's asking, did you tag? Of course they're not going to tell you if you tagged. There's a legal tag right there. Let's catch him with a kick right across the chest. Knee drop right into the back. By Jeff Lewis Neal. Again, Adams is on the outside giving as much praise and support as he possibly can. And how much of that can he actually do? How much of that will he actually be able to feed Jeff Lewis Neal? I mean, he can only go so far. And Jeff is driving Rollins across the ring, hopefully to get to a tag. The referee's got his eye on him, but he sees Gunner coming out of his peripheral vision. Forces him back as a tag was made there in Adams that the referee did not see. And now the Old School Express in control. Into the ropes, double elbow. Applied by Gunner. Jeff Lewis Neal now in control. Placed on, he's got it placed on tight. Would that be enough to put Jeff Lewis Neal out? Will it knock him out and put him down for the count? And massive arms attached to Gunner. So he was if anybody in this ring was capable of doing it, it certainly would be him. The referee getting in there, making sure he's checking the airways, making sure they can breathe. Looking to make sure that Jeff Lewis is not being illegally choked, which I can only assume from his vantage point and with the ref that he is not. And if he's checking the arm, if it goes down for 3, then the titles will change. That will be it. Jeff just catches his own arm. He's trying everything to get himself wound up. A couple of shots right there. The clothesline and down. Double clothesline and both men are down. Both men down and out. Jeff Lewis Neal, who's probably a little bit worse for wear in the situation, has got to get himself across the ring to his partner, and he has to go through Gunner to do it. Just went and made a quick tag, which opened it up for Lewis Neal to make the tag to Eric Adams. Stopped whatever it was that Eric Adams was looking to do. Here's where the referee has got to do something. He's got to step in. He's got to make some decisions here. He missed a clothesline. Back elbow. The old school express. Sends him to the ropes. Came off trying to charge him with a flying forearm shot, but he nailed the referee. That was just a bad shot by Adams. Lewis sends him out to the floor. Gunner comes up behind, nails Eric Adams. Underneath. There's the forearm shot that he intended to get, and he's got Gunner down. He's going for the cover. But the referee is not awake to see it. This comes back in the ring. Here's Adams. He said, "Ref, where were you?" And a big right hand. And Rollins is being tossed on top of Eric Adams. 1, 2, 3. Ow. I can't believe it. I mean, 1 month shy of doing a full year as the tag team champions, walking into essentially a hostile environment where fans are belittling the team, and the old school Express have just won the APCW Tag Team Championships. Lewis Neal's back in the ring. He doesn't understand. He doesn't know what happened, what went wrong. We have not seen this happen in some 11 months.
We come into town and took care of business, baby.
And they did.
APCW, y'all made the biggest mistake of your life. You heard the theory about the bull in a china cabinet. You just let 555 pounds of wild, the biggest, baddest bulls in professional wrestling. We've got the gold now.
See the disappointment on both members of the Carolina Fight Club. And again, I have to say, I think this is a bit of an upset. I mean, I certainly did not walk. I didn't want to say that it was a guaranteed win, but my gosh, they had done so much and taken on everybody for the better portion of the year.
Hey, Gunner and him. I don't know who you guys think you are, but you came in to Douglasville And what you did was rob the champs. These guys right here saw it. This guy saw it. These guys saw it. These guys saw it. We saw it. These guys saw it. Everybody saw it. The only person that didn't see it is you.
Asking the audience for their opinions now. They're saying that they cheated.
Am I hearing this correctly? Bakersfield. Are you guys saying rematch? Let me get this out. Did you guys say rematch?
So they asked for a rematch now. They want the titles back. They want another opportunity.
Rick, I don't know about you, but August 11th, am I correct? Right back here in Douglasville, Georgia. How about
Some that they're still having these chants over there. We want blood.
say that again? Rick, how about August 11th, the Old School Express take on Eric Adams, take on Jeff Lewis Steele, the Carolina Bike Club for our APCW Tag Team titles. One more time. And I'm telling you right now. And one last thing, you don't talk in our building, brother. This is our house. You don't get to say nothing. You already committed one crime. You're not going to take that ticket money away by having to listen to you speak. There will be a rematch. And it's for you. Every time we've had a problem, it seems to be because of your inexperience. Now I still respect you. You're an official and I respect you. But I am going to go to the State Athletic Commission and I'm going to request we have a different referee for this match. August 11th, Fight Club, Old School Express, get ready. The belts are coming home and hell's coming with us.
Apparently they have some issues with the referee. And that way, we got the Old School Express.
This is Douglasville. And I hear the people want us to change. And we made some changes tonight. So you're looking at our house now, Pauls. At our house. I don't need a microphone to say what I need to say. I just know if you want another match on August 11th, we'll have to look at our schedules because we're pretty busy. But we'll try to fit you in. You know, everybody here has heard of the old bull in the China cabinet. You know what happens? Things get broken. Well, APCW, y'all let two of the biggest, baddest bulls in professional wrestling in your China cabinet. And you just saw, you guys were the first thing to be broken. First time here. 20 years of combined experience between Danny Rowland and Mike Gunner. That's what makes up the Old School Express. And let me tell you right now, one thing that Danny Rowland and Mike Gunner have never been called is liars. So I'm going to make you three promises, and I'm going to lay the facts at your feet. Number one, you guys want to fight clean, we'll fight dirty. You guys want to fight dirty, we'll fight dirtier than ever. Number two, all your fans here, chant your name, pat you on the back, you know who you are. You just realize that the fans don't make a bit of difference. They can cheer, they can clap. Number three, tears are gonna fall because of a rematch, and you're gonna see us one more time all the way with these belts.
There's been an upset in the air. The Old School Express came out with their tag team champions. Certainly did not expect that. But the Carolina Fight Club is lining themselves up for that rematch, and they want it
At
now.
this time, we're going to take one quick 5 or 10 minute intermission for the main event. But before we do that, where are all of the APCW?
Will that be enough? Will they be able to will him on to a victory? He's used practically everything in his arsenal. Charges in, spear. He caught him good. Oh, if you didn't catch that, a foot on the rope. I was about to say that looked like a bad call by the referee, but no, he got a foot on the rope. Referee caught it. Good call by referee Brian Brock. Almost had him. He almost pinned the monster. Oh. Charges in, gets caught with a foot right in the face. Then wait a minute. 2, 3. Regardless, yes, David Bennett is still the champion. But the news here is that Darkmon has just pinned the champion.
The champion!
Last one. Breaks free of the grip of the Darkmon, puts him back on the mat. Then they're trying to shake it off. He can hit his coup de grace, his frog splash. It might do the trick. Hard impact, but not enough. He couldn't stay on him. That may be attributed to Darkmon working on his ribs earlier in the match. And Bennett said no, but that was the fatal flaw. He rolled off of Darkmon's body. He had him for a second, but he rolled away. The referee had to break the count and start again. Darkmon just clamped around his throat. And here comes a choke slam. That choke slam with authority. Reese is now checking on him. Damien Bennett at this point is a limp noodle. He's seen quite a bit of Bennett matches at this point. I don't know if I've seen him physically in this condition. And he just grabbed him by the throat again, hoisted him up, and here's a second. And if the illustration I just gave you the first time about being a limp noodle didn't play out before, look at him now. Look at Damien Bennett now. Oh, come on. This is one of those cases. We try to remain unbiased, but this is one of those points of like, let it be over. And more so than a choke slam, he put the stake in the heart of Damien Bennett with that last one. It's over. It's over. I do not even know how to relate that. Beyond the fact that Darkmon somehow found another gear and decided enough was enough. 2 choke slams. Choke slam across his knee, stake through the heart of Damien Bennett. There's your new champion. as evident by the sight that we are looking at right now. Darkmon holds the gold.
We just took a look at the video package to see how we got here to this main event. Darkmon, who is now the defending champion, against the returning challenger, I guess in this case, Damien Bennett, former champion 2 times, APCW, looking to make it a 3rd.
And defending APCW heavyweight champion, Darkmon.
Now it is it's hard pressed for me to go into this match, in this main event, and not point out the obvious that the video package just showed you. The package showed you Darkmon and his dominance. The package showed you Darkmon win in a non-title match, which placed him as the #1 contender. The package also showed you, as I said in the package, him going to another gear of sorts with 2 choke slams and a choke backbreaker to win the APCW Championship. His presence, his mentality is something to behold. I'm not one person that believes in monsters, but I do go with Darkmon believes in himself as a monster, and that's all that it takes. Damien Bennett, however, feels like he is the best wrestler in APCW. I am hard pressed to disagree with that. I've seen that man perform incredible matches, but can he come through in this instance and win against the monster known as Darkmon? This is his opportunity. This is his one granted rematch. Will he be able to accomplish it? Become a 3-timer. We have it. It is, you just heard it. However, I will make a correction that apparently the announcer is a little bit off on the timing. It is 2 out of 3 falls, but the 2 out of 3 falls match will exist inside of a 30-minute time limit, not 60. To make that clear to our viewing audience. Perhaps his notes are reading something a little bit different than what I have been given, but I am very aware of what the time limit is supposed to be. So we got fans out here saying that Damien's going to kill you. This is what Damien Bennett has been waiting for. You know, ever since winning the championship from Tommy Pinarelli, he has done what he had to do to try to elevate the championship. I hear some people chanting "new champion," and that is what what these matches have been about, quite frankly. And to give a little bit of backstory to why that title means as much as it does to Damien Bennett. These are guys who have sat out and they've really tried their best to have the best matches, but get the crowd behind them and take it to wherever they could, defend against the top talent. Damien has really done that. He opened the doors as the former champion, and I don't want to discount him at all, but he has a massive feat to overcome with Darkmon. He's got Damien. He's trying to get the crowd into it, and like I said, you know, he's done quite a bit to try. And you hear him say, "This is his house." But the point that I was getting is, I don't know how much of this is just overall bravado. I don't know how much of this is Damien trying to make sure that he. Wait a minute. Damien says he can't out-wrestle him. And that may be the strategy. That may be the thing that Damien Bennett has to do. He may have to illustrate,
He can't out-wrestle me. He's
saying he can't out-wrestle. He's saying he may have to get him down to the mat. He may have to illustrate his wrestling prowess. On the surface of it, I would say that Damien Bennett is the superior wrestler. I do not know that, but Darkmon has never had to wrestle a catch-as-catch-can type match. You see Damien is now trying to keep this thing light. Like he's trying to show that he's not in fear of Darkmon, but I still say that I think the matches that he's had with Darkmon already may be playing into his psyche a bit. Darkmon is unfazed. And Darkmon steps out of the ring. Now, by no means do I think Darkmon is afraid. I think Darkmon, there he is. He said he wants to wrestle.
I'm obviously the better wrestler.
No, you're not.
Now he's calling. He said, "I'm obviously the better wrestler." Okay, inside of the ring we have Damien Bennett. He's wrestling against the referee again. I think he's trying to keep this thing light. You know, he knows he has a massive mountain to overcome in Darkmon. But Damien has not yet. And again, Damien's still in the ring. He's wrestling against the referee. He's saying that Darkmon won't wrestle. Darkmon even got a chuckle out of that. Look at it. And what I was going to say is Damien has not failed in what he's aimed for yet. He's always believed in himself. He's always believed in himself as a high caliber wrestler. And I think he's coming into this match with the intent out wrestling Darkmon, and wow, Darkmon starts off with a wrestling, or goes right into a wrist lock against Damien Bennett. Damien Bennett, Darkmon, I say, being the larger of the two. There's Damien. He's trying to kick himself out of it. And I think that was a little bit of a showboat move to show Darkmon that I can out wrestle you. It's got a wrist lock on Darkmon, and I think Darkmon's going to try to use that superior strength to break out of this. He's really forcing his way out of that hole. I can't tell from now, but it looks like he forced it right into it. It wasn't a choke, but he had him right by the jaw. You might see the time has just popped up on the screen so that you at home can keep up with the time limit out of this 2 out of 3 falls match. That was 30 minutes that was applied here. It's a good portion of which was wasted because Darkmon decided to walk outside the ring. But that was not out of fear. Darkmon is probably just enjoying his status as the champion and really wanting to get under Damien Bennett's skin. Regardless of what Darkmon may do and say inside the ring, I do think there is a certain amount of respect that he has for Damien. Great roll through by Damien Bennett. Looked like he was going for a leg trip, but he couldn't do it. Now he's hooking onto the left leg of Darkmon to neutralize the string. Darkmon is not going to be able to get Damien Bennett as well. He just proved me wrong. Damien was holding on for dear life, but he's lost his grip. Darkmon just pulled him free. I was going to say that he was not going to be able to do it, but Damien was able to get free. Now he's going down, trying his best to break him down. This great strategy by Damien Bennett. Darkmon, the chin lock. Damien is not quite grapevine the leg, but he had the ankle. And this may be where Bennett wants to be. In an exchange of holds. This is where he feels his strong suit is going to be. Darkmon, if he looks back at his previous matches, got a hold or the better of him through chicanery the first time, brute force the second. At no point did Damien really, I guess in his view, showcase his wrestling skill. Damien takes a step out. I think this is what I was talking about. This is where I think that is kind of seeping to his head. Darkmon does have some wrestling ability. Whether or not Damien is going to be a superior wrestler or not remains to be seen. Clock is still ticking. We've got 25 plus on the clock. So they've got a lot of time to really go here. Rear waist lock applied by Damien Bennett, half Nelson. Trying to bring him over. Looks like he was maybe going for a snap there. Couldn't do it. Darkmon reverses out of it. And I know that neither one of these men are going to want to exert a lot of strength in this matchup. Damon's trying to attack the leg. Maybe bring Darkmon down to his knees, neutralize that size and strength. Darkmon now has Bennett. Elbow drop right across the shoulder. Wrenching the arm. He wrenched it again, and it goes off into the corner. It's a twist. He yanks it out again. Shoulder block. This is not where Damien Bennett wants to be. Now Darkmon's up on his vertical base. He is firing off those shoulder blocks, and he is making sure that he understands that he is the stronger man in this ring. He's got a lot of time to work this. They are going very methodical pace, and I'm not sure that a methodical pace is going to work for Damien. You can see right there, there's a little concern in his face. Actually just cordially inviting him back into the ring. He's kicking the abdomen. And he just shook it off. Another kick in the abdomen, and he again shook it off. I said in the beginning that I don't necessarily believe in monsters, but Darkmon believes in being a monster, and that is enough. Damien is frustrated. He is firing off chops and forearms, and it is not giving him anything. One big chop from his opponent, and that's all it took. Damien wants to win this APCW Championship back so bad. And really have what it takes to get by the monster Darkmon. I think, I've said on a couple occasions, I've seen Darkmon wrestle in other promotions around the Southeast. His ankle lock applied by Damien Bennett, and that might be the first sign of humanity out of Darkmon. And that may be what Damien needed to see.
15 minutes gone in the match, 45 minutes remain.
Again, all due respect to the announcer, but ignore the man on the microphone. The time on the screen is what you need to pay attention to. Ignore the man behind the curtain. But as I was saying, that ankle lock may have been the thing that Damien Bennett needed to boost his confidence in this match. He walks into this with Darkmon practically getting the better of him on their both of their prior engagements, if you will. Damien, you see Darkmon said, "I can see you." He wasn't going to sneak up on him with that drop. But Damien has got to get himself confident. He's got to believe that he can take Darkmon. He's got to show that Darkmon is flesh and bone, the same as he is. Here's Damien. Charges in with a drop kick. Goes back across again. And there's the elbow in the corner. Gets another running start. And another drop kick in the corner. And again, this is what Damien Bennett was looking for. He's trying to show that he can take Darkmon. Looking for an explosive suplex, but Darkmon is having none of that. Breaks himself free. Hoists Damien Bennett up. And he's got him in backbreaker position. 2. Who is going to score the first pin out of this 2 out of 3 falls match? Is yet to be determined, and how would that affect the match going forward? And then he walked out to the outside of the ring, trying to get himself a breather. Darkmon coming out after him. He's just stalking him. We used the analogy of being a monster, and that's what he's doing. He's being like Freddy, or more specifically, he's probably being like Mike Myers or Jason. He's just walking, stalking him on the outside, but Damien is not fearing the monster. A stiff kick to the abdomen, and now a chop, and whereas he shook it off earlier, he is not shaking it off now. And into the post on the outside, Damien is doing what he has to do to get this victory. Damien, again, his fight fire with fire is going for a little bit of a choke there. I mean, I guess you can't really choke somebody a little bit. And a rear chin lock applied. We are under 20 minutes, 10 minutes into the match. Nobody has scored a pin thus far, or submission, or any victory for that matter. This is 2 out of 3 falls, and the victories will come as the victories will come. Pinfall, submission, disqualification, countout, whichever works. We saw some punches in rapid succession by Bennett. Darkmon is down. And a corkscrew elbow a la Buddy Landell, but is not enough. Keep him down. Bennett is a student of the game. That wasn't enough. And now climbing up to the top rope. Talking to the referee, and that might be distracting. Off the top, high crossbody, gets the cover, hooks the leg, but no. Damien may be doing what most wrestlers have not been able to do. He is forcing Darkmon to show weakness. Still trying to figure out what is the equation. What is it going to take? What can I do to hold him down? Darkmon trying to set himself up, get himself back up. Damien is calling for a spear, and Darkmon out to the floor. Saw it was coming. Keep in mind, he has felt that spear before. He knows what it could do to him, and had he not been close to the ropes when he got it the first time, he might have been pinned by that spear before. And he certainly didn't want to test that theory. Saw it coming, rolled out of the ring. And as much as the people are booing that train of thought, I have to say it is a smart move. You create your own timeouts in professional wrestling. And that is exactly what he did. Of course, Darkmon does not want to be outside the ring for the full count of 10 because that will count against him. And he may put himself in a precarious position if he takes a count-out loss to where he has to fight uphill. If he has to go. If he has to get 2 wins in a row, it might put him in a bad position. You see him getting his thoughts collected, getting himself collected. Damien is waiting on the inside, did the smart thing, did not go on the outside ring. He's trying to take every advantage that he's got. He has been here before. But I don't know if he's faced an opponent like Darkmon before. Bennett charges in. Rapid shots right into the abdomen. Now he's going with the kicks right into the abdomen. And he is forcing the monster down. Fans are cheering for him, but he's still got some time to go. Into the corner, charges in. There's a big boot right into the corner. He stomped him right in the heart. There's another one. This time right on the top of the shoulder. Getting a running start. Another kick. Shoulder and chest. And taking a beating. Darkmon. Pulls him out of the corner. And too close to the ropes. Damien has felt the bite of that before with Darkmon already. And you can see that frustration right on his face. That's what happens when you are as big and you are as tall as Darkmon. Practically from anywhere in that ring, he can reach out and grab a rope if necessary. There's a lot of length on his body, but Damien is not giving it up yet. He's stalking him. He's waiting for him to get up to his feet. Damien trying to hoist him up into fireman's carry position, but Darkmon, oh no. That might have been a huge mistake by Bennett. Left himself vulnerable, and he left himself vulnerable to a rapid succession of elbows to the side of the head, and now Damien is in bad position into the turnbuckle. But he comes out with a spear. What he was looking for earlier, he just caught now, but Darkmon finds himself. He was rolling towards the ropes, and he still somehow found enough strength to get that shoulder up off the mat. Again, and I will repeat, all due respect to our ring announcer, but ignore the man behind the curtain. Pay attention to the time on the screen. Charges in. Oh! He just hoisted Damien up with just a blatant low blow. I don't know what Darkmon was thinking with that. I mean, he practically handed him just I would imagine it has to be a disqualification. The referee just called for the bell.
The referee has disqualified Darkmon. Therefore, it's 1 fall to nothing.
Damien Bennett picks up fall number 1, but he picks it up at the expense of taking a horrible shot. We've seen a couple of these in the course of the night with headbutts, but that was a stiff kick by Darkmon. I mean, it's not often that you see Darkmon frustrated, but he was frustrated with Damien Bennett. It's the first signs that I've ever seen him frustrated. Now here comes Darkmon, and Damien is in no position to be fighting against him right now. It's not enough of a rest. There's a short ride and a bad landing, and Damien Bennett is down. With a choke backbreaker. And man, in short order, Darkmon ties it up. Damien didn't even get the benefit to enjoy the fall. More importantly, it is still anybody's game, and this is where Darkmon gets dangerous. So he's intimidating the referee now, but Darkmon somehow has this ability to pull out these bursts of energy, like he gets motivated out of nowhere. And that's exactly what he gave up a fall and immediately took it back. Within a minute's time, took back the fall. And now, as I stated, it is anybody's match. It's anybody's game. But at this point, he is going to have to win it. Either Damien Bennett's going to have to win it, or Darkmon is going to have to win it. Big chop in the corner. You got to think that Bennett is trying his best to get himself together. I mean, he took a low blow and he just took a massive chopper across the chest. And I know those things take the air out of their lungs. And there's another one. Damien doing everything he can. And he almost looks like he's in a state of delirium. He's calling for Darkmon. He's saying, come on. He's opening his chest up for him. He's pushing Darkmon off, and now they're face to face. And a big elbow. He charged in. He tried to get some momentum, but it wasn't enough. And a massive elbow drop by Darkmon, and Damien is down, but he's not out. He opened himself up. And now it's Darkmon looking like, what do I have to do to keep him down right now? He's got doesn't look like a chin lock. He looked like he may be fish hooking him in the mouth. He's telling him he's got to break it. Yes. Now it's transitioning to a chin lock. I think Damien Bennett's going to get it, and he transitions that out. He's cranking back on both arms. Knee in the spine. He just drives knees into the spine of Damien Bennett. Two-time former APCW champion, does not look good. But then again, I don't know if anyone has pushed Darkmon physically this distance. Darkmon is typically speaking a short-term explosive wrestler. His matches have been, wait a minute, Damon's look like he may be out. That's two. He goes, his eyes just opened up. He may have some, yes, he still has something left. Darkmon's matches are typically very short, very explosive. He does not like to go 20 and 30 minutes. Damon's doing everything he's got. He's fired everything he has left in him. Darkmon again. Big power with a sidewalk slam. Drives Damien Bennett down. Ropes, any bit of help that he can get to pull himself back up to his feet. Darkmon back up, and amazingly, and again, this man somehow keeps pulling energy from nowhere. He keeps finding that burst of stamina, that burst of momentum, that burst of energy to keep going and to do the things that he does. And here comes maybe another choke slam. And Damien somehow counters it into a urinage. Kick in the abdomen, breaks free the choke slam, slams him to the mat, but he could not take advantage. And how smart was Darkmon in that he took that slam and he rolled himself towards the ropes. You've seen that happen with Darkmon a couple of times now in his matches. Say what you will about the monster, but he is smart inside of that ring. There's a kip up by Damien Bennett, and now he seems to have new life. And Darkmon does as well. Clothesline by Bennett, but Darkmon doesn't go down. There's a second one. And he's staggering, and he is absorbing the shock. Clothesline the third time around was the charm. Ignore the man on the microphone, folks. It is 7 minutes and 15 seconds and counting. To the top rope, and he janks it down. Damien has just got caught in a precarious spot. He looks like he was going for something big, but they don't call it high risk for nothing. And he's, if I can use an old phrase, he'll be singing soprano tonight. As He's already caught one earlier. Now he's landed in the south of the border. I don't know how much punishment he could take. He's trying to find something. And Darkmon, I don't know, he's looking for something, or he's thinking of something. The wheels are turning. And he is going, looks like, to the top rope. I don't know if this is a good maneuver for Darkmon. He doesn't look entirely comfortable up there. Looks like he was losing his balance, but it also seems like he's trying to find something else to break out in his arsenal to get Damien Bennett to stay down. And now Damien comes in with an uppercut and sends Darkmon down, sits him on the top rope, and he falls off. Looking perhaps for his coup de grace, much more comfortable on the top rope, and he comes off with a big splash, rolls through, and he's going for a second one maybe. He's going back up to the top rope. This one shot of that usually is enough, and he is calling for it. He says this is over. Another big frog splash from the 13th floor. Hooks the leg, two, and Darkmon kicks out. As surprising as that is for me, it has got to be incredibly surprising for Damien Bennett. One of those normally will do the trick. And Damien now is unsure of himself. He doesn't know what he's got to do. And quite frankly, I'm unsure. I don't know what he has to do. Got people now rooting for Darkmon has found something. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does what he's doing. He is shaking this off and getting up to his feet, and he is ready. And here's Damien. He charges in just recklessly and just put himself into position. And just put himself in position for a power bomb. 1, 2, so. Damien kicked out. It was a reckless maneuver. It was reckless for him to run in there. But I don't know if Damien knew anything else to do. He gave him the best that he had, and Darkmon got up.
55 minutes gone, 5 minutes remain.
I have no idea where his timing is coming from, folks. I'm sorry. Damien looked like he was pulled off his tape and was willing to blatantly choke the man right there. And that's exactly what he did. Darkmon has pushed him beyond all reason. He cannot possibly think that that is going to work out for him with the referee staring right at it. And Darkmon said, that's the Damien that I want. He has pushed him over the edge. And now and he looks like he's pushed him over the edge. And he's grabbed the belt and said, you want this? Come on. And he's got 3 minutes to do it. He's got 3 minutes, well, less than 3 minutes now to do it. It is tied 1-1. Damien has been pinned in this match. Darkmon has not. Damien has got to find whatever the answer is to score this win, and he's got to score it quickly. Damien pulls him out of the corner. DDTs the leg of Darkmon. Has got to be sending shivers up his shin, ankles, thigh. You're hearing him say he's not allowed to do this. And he's got him back into an ankle lock. We saw this made him squeal earlier. This made Darkmon feel pain earlier. And he's got it locked in, and he's got 2 minutes. That is more than enough time for somebody to tap out. Can he make him tap? He's got it locked in, and he's got him in the center. Darkmon is shifting his body. This is what I was talking about before. He can reach out practically from anywhere in that ring and get get a rope break, but now Damien finds the leg, and there exactly is what I'm talking about. He shifted his body, moved himself over, and without having to even pull Damien, got a hold of the ropes. And Damien he has gone through a barrage of emotions. You're seeing him saying right now, he doesn't know what to do. Everything that he's tried has come up short. And Darkmon is still taunting him. Darkmon is still calling him. Darkmon still wants Damien. He's screaming at him, come on. It's less than a minute, and Damien is not even trying. He's not even trying. What Darkmon might not have accomplished physically, it certainly seems like he may have done physically. Well, excuse me, whatever he's done physically, he's certainly accomplished mentally, is what I meant. He made him charge in the ring again recklessly. Across that ring to Darkmon. Damien has not counted that powerbomb. He slipped back through, he's got an ankle lock, and he's got 20 seconds to score some kind of win, any kind of win. Pinfall, submission, count out of submission, or disqualification. He's got to get something. 10 seconds on the clock. And he is cranking down. Darkmon is trying again to reach for the ropes. He's got 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know if that was a tap at the last second for Darkmon, but it may have been 1 second too late. This match is a 30-minute draw. And Darkmon does retain the title. Corrections are implied here, folks. This was a 30-minute draw. Damien Bennett, he's come up short. Darkmon, at the end of this, has laughed again. He remains APCW champion. And for the third encounter in a row, Damien Bennett has been unable to find the key to defeat him, and it has really broken this man. It has broken. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Catch us on our next show.
I'm done. It's one match.
Good night, everybody.
One match.